when we drive around, we look at trees in the Charlotte area, we kind of joke around with each other. We're always looking for what needs to be done with that tree. Oh, that doesn't look good. Why is that branch dead? What's going on with that tree? So kind of joke around, you know, I see dead people, I see dead trees, I see maintenance that needs to be done. My name's Laurie Reid. I'm the City Arborist for the City of Charlotte. So what does the City Arborist do? What we do at landscape management, we just manage the trees between the street and the sidewalk. So the city tree, the right-of-way trees, public rights-of-way. So people that want a tree planted in front of their yard, we have inspectors to go out, determine what the best species is, and then we get a contractor to plant it in the ground, and then we have to maintain it throughout its life. We have to prune it to make sure it has good structure and good health. If it falls and gets sick, we go inspect it to determine what needs to be done. As it gets old and ages out, we remove it, grind the stump, put a new tree back in. So it's really keeping our public right-of-way canopy healthy, keeping it structurally sound, maintaining it, and making sure we have trees where we can put them. There's not really a typical day in what we do. We do have 5 inspectors within the city, and their day is pretty set out. People call in and they say, I have this, or I want a tree planted, or I think my tree needs to be pruned, or I think my tree is dead. And so they get the call and they will drive from site to site to figure out what needs to be done. So it's going to be somewhere different. It's going to be a different species, but it's all inspecting trees to see what's going on. For me, I'm doing budget work today, which is less exciting. I love to be outside. That's where I want to be most of the time. You know, sometimes I help with it with our group. Sometimes we do some small tree pruning. So I might be out pruning trees, might be throwing brush into a chipper, I might be flagging traffic to help a crew. It just kind of goes all across the place. When we have big storms come in, it's all hands on deck. Might be going out and looking at trees that have fallen down, checking on the requests for the storm calls. I might be sitting inside making reports for the city manager to determine how many storm calls we've had, how many roads are closed, making maps. It's just kind of all over the place. The best part about the job, that's a really tough question. I will say just being able to see what this canopy looks like and watching these trees grow, you know, slowly over time they get bigger. It's not like noticeable, but it's really exciting to be able to drive somewhere and just be like, there's a tree everywhere that it should be. It's rewarding to me. Working for the City of Charlotte has been fantastic. I've lived in the city for quite some time, so it means a lot to me to kind of make that impact on where I live and now where I'm raising my children. And, you know, they're so funny. They talk about it all the time. You know, when we go places, they're like, she's a city arborist. You know, I just don't say anything. I'm like, I study trees, and I just kind of leave it there. So I think working for the city is great. I love who we work with at landscape management. I work with people, you know, from our division director all the way down to the people that are working the bucket trucks and running that chainsaw, which is really cool, that we just kind of have the gamut of people and different knowledge, different backgrounds. I love that.